Forget Europe. Forget Bali. What if I told you there's a destination closer to Saudi Arabia that's been hiding in plain sight, and it just made a bold move to win over millions of Saudi travelers? This isn't just another travel story. This is about geopolitics, culture, and a strategic tourism revolution happening right now in Riyadh. By the end of this video, you'll see India in a completely different light. Picture this: the heart of Riyadh, the Indian Embassy, a room filled with Saudi Arabia's top travel operators and India's biggest tourism players. The event? India Unveiled: Culture, Heritage, and Beyond. This wasn't your typical tourism promotion. Major airlines like Indigo and Air India showed up, not for handshakes and photo ops, but for real business, direct flights, partnership deals, access to one of the world's fastest-growing travel markets. The message was unmistakable. India is ready. The question is, are Saudi travelers?
Here's what most people miss. This event signals something bigger than tourism brochures. India's ambassador to Saudi Arabia, Suhail Ajaz Khan, delivered the keynote. He didn't just talk about beaches and monuments, he talked about centuries of connection, trade routes that linked the Indian subcontinent to the Arabian Peninsula long before modern borders existed, cultural exchanges, human bonds. He said something powerful. The rise in two-way tourism isn't just about vacation photos, it's proof of strengthening bilateral relations. Translation? When people travel, economies grow, trust deepens, diplomacy happens one tourist at a time. And India wants in on Saudi Arabia's booming outbound tourism market. So what's India offering? Ambassador Khan called it Incredible India. And here's why that's not just marketing fluff. Imagine standing before 44 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. 44! That puts India in the top 10 globally for cultural treasures. We're talking mesmerizing monuments like the Taj Mahal, breathtaking wildlife in national parks where you can spot Bengal tigers, high adrenaline adventure tourism in the Himalayas, and if you need to unplug from the chaos of modern life, peaceful retreats rooted in yoga, meditation, and 5,000-year-old Ayurvedic healing traditions. But here's the kicker for Saudi travelers. Since 2023, you can visit India with just an e-visa. No embassy visits, no paperwork nightmares. Apply online, get approved, and go. India made it easy.
The event spotlighted two states that perfectly capture India's diversity. First, Maharashtra. Think Mumbai, India's financial powerhouse, Bollywood's birthplace, a city that never sleeps. But also ancient Buddhist caves carved into mountains, serene beaches, and a blend of colonial and modern architecture. Second, Rajasthan. If you've ever dreamed of palaces, forts, camel rides through golden deserts, and royal heritage, this is it. Rajasthan feels like stepping into a living history book where kings and queens still echo in every stone. And the event didn't just describe these places. There were cultural performances, traditional dances, live music, culinary samplings that let guests taste India before even booking a flight. Speaking of taste, celebrity chef Sanjay Thakur made a brilliant point. Indian and Saudi cuisines share a culinary heritage. The spice trade, migration, centuries of exchange mean that Indian flavors don't feel foreign to Saudi palates. They feel familiar. Biryani, kebabs, aromatic spices, shared love for bold, rich flavors. Food isn't just sustenance. It's a cultural bridge, and India knows this. Culinary tourism is booming worldwide, and India's leveraging its food culture as a strategic asset. Smart. Here's where it gets practical. 8 Indian cities are now directly connected to Saudi Arabia: Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Kochi, and more. Flight frequency has increased, travel time has shrunk, The skies between these two nations are opening wider every year. Embassy officials at the event also walked Saudi tour operators through the visa process step by step. Transparency, ease. They're removing every possible friction point.
Now, zoom out for a second. In April 2025, India and Saudi Arabia established a new ministerial committee on tourism and culture under their Strategic Partnership Council. Let that sink in. Tourism isn't just leisure anymore. It's diplomacy, it's economics, it's soft power. When countries prioritize cultural exchange at the ministerial level, it signals long-term strategic alignment. India and Saudi Arabia aren't just neighbors in the same region. They're building a partnership designed to last decades. And tourism, that's the front door. So here's where we land. From ancient palaces to bustling megacities, from spiritual retreats in the mountains to street food that awakens your senses, India is positioning itself as the destination for Saudi travelers. The bridge between these two cultures, already strong, is getting stronger. But the real question isn't whether India is ready. It's this: are you? Is India on your travel list now? Would you swap your next European trip for the Taj Mahal, the deserts of Rajasthan, or the backwaters of Kerala? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this deep dive into how tourism shapes global relationships, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want more stories where culture, geopolitics, and economics collide. Because the world is changing, the way we travel is changing, and the smartest travelers, they see it coming before everyone else. See you in the next one.